Yu-Gi-Oh! GX 25 things the English dub change or censor. Let's watch.
It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. After the hopefully much enjoyed 50 things the English dub changed in the original
really awesome
Yu-Gi-Oh!,
video.
I am back with another video in this series. I listened to a lot of your comments and feedback, as I always do, and while you guys did enjoy the rapid list-off, you felt like 50 things was maybe a bit too much, and I wasn't really going into as much detail as I could.
Honestly, I enjoyed the 50 things. It was like a really quick. But getting into detail could be more interesting. So maybe this video will be more interesting than the other one.
The changes, which was to prevent it from being a 30-minute video. Therefore, I have decided to listen to all of you and change this segment and video to a 25 things instead of a 50 things. That said, this will be in no particular order. 25 things the English dub changed or censored about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I am very excited to discuss with you guys a few of the things the GX dub changed and censored, including deleted scenes, altered character motivations, and classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub censorship. I hope you all leave your thoughts down below, and I hope you enjoy the video.
I can't wait.
Let's get right to it. Let's begin with the elephant in the room, Season 4.
Wow, we're starting strong with this.
Never dubbed by 4Kids and leaves many questions and storylines unanswered and unfinished. In fact, it wasn't just Season 4. The final episode of Season 3 was never dubbed either. This basically leaves a dub-only viewer to believe that our main protagonist, Jaden, or Judai, died, Ryo Marufuji, or Zane Truesdale in the dub, died, and leaves you with a very that's it feeling in your head. It also leaves a dub-only viewer massively confused when Judai makes an appearance in the Bonds Beyond Time movie, years after...
Wait, you know, I never thought about it. But that's so true. Like, this is an entirely different character from what happened in the last episode of the dub, right? Yeah, because this actually got dubbed. That's so weird.
GX had come to an end, since again, a dub-only viewer is led to believe he never came back. I remember the end of episode 155 was a big changing point for my relationship with Yu-Gi-Oh! As it was for so many others. Up until then, I had only seen dubbed Yu-Gi-Oh!, but that quickly changed when I learned there were 25 more episodes left undubbed of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I know Season 4 of GX was the moment a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans were introduced to the subs and kind of left the dub in the dust, so maybe it was a blessing in disguise that the season was never dubbed.
You know, I never thought about it, but they GX is... Wait. They gave GX the One Piece. Yeah, because I remember now. The ending of the One Piece dubbed is when a boat is about to fall on, like, on top of all of them, right? Like, not like a big ship, right? It was about to fall on them, and then it just ends, right? That's the start of Jaya, I'm pretty sure. Jaya? I think it's Jaya, how you pronounce it. But yeah, you're so right. My GX is over 20 years old now, and eventually 5 days. Oof. Yeah, that's wow.
There is one thing I hate more than anything in the dub, it's changing the names of characters.
Really?
I cannot tell you how many times people have gotten pissed at me when I use a dub name or a sub name, which is especially irritating to me.
What is this? Well, first, when you do a video, speak English. This isn't Japan. Dude, what? That's a weird... That's a weird way of saying it, but I understand the criticism. It's really annoying when someone acts pretentious and uses Japanese name of a character who has English name. For example, saying Judai instead of Jaden. If they have an English name, use it, because this is English language video. I'm sure it depends on the audience. I think it depends on the audience. Why do people who speak English say the characters' names like Japanese names? I understand both sides, but wow, this is such an annoying way of saying these things. Like, I feel like it's a preference thing. Yeah, these comments are like weird. Really weird. Me personally, I'm just too used to the English names to change them. Maybe we will see how that goes for 5 days, because 5 days is gonna be the first series that I watch entirely on Japanese. I have never watched anything on English, so since I guess. If you recognize which character it is, why does it matter? Yeah, well, sometimes it's confusing. Sometimes I get confused when someone mentions a name of a GX character in Japanese and I don't immediately know. I have to kind of think about it. So Yeah. But like I feel like for Pokemon, like nobody makes these complaints, right? Nobody actually uses the Japanese names of the Pokemon, right? Or the trainers or anything. It's weird. Anyone here saying like, what's Misty's name? Kasumi or something? And Brock is Takeshi, right? And Nash is Satoshi and stuff like that. No one, literally no one says this. This only happens in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? With Pokemon, it literally never happens. Have you thought about it? I respect this man for putting his dumb hate comments in the video. That is so true. That is so true. Well, the obvious reason why the dub wasn't finished was because they ran out of time and wanted to dub 5Ds because the synchro cards were coming out. Yeah, but like 25 episodes, please. It just feels so like insulting to not finish it. It really feels like really insulting. But yeah, anyways. I use the Japanese name sometimes. Satoshi Soyu's the name after the creator of Pokemon. Yes. No, I'm not talking about what is the significance of the name. I'm just saying like it's weird that people don't use those names, but they do for Yu-Gi-Oh. I only ever see Satoshi and get Koga as far as Pokemon goes. Those being Ash and Greninja. Yes. Weird, very weird, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what is the take here.
Me, because I don't care one bit whether you use the sub names or the dub names. But no matter what I call these characters, someone will always get overly offended and upset. It's just part of the Yugi-tubing life cycle. I will try to, if possible, go over all of the character name changes between the original version and the English dub version. GX by far has the most name changes in any Yu-Gi-Oh dub, so this might take a while. Let's begin. The dub changed Judai's name to Jaden, they changed Sho to Cyrus, they changed Daichi to Bastion, they changed Hayato to Chumley, Asuka to Alexis.
Okay, the Chumley one, Hayato, what the hell? I've literally never heard that. So if I'm having a conversation with someone about GX and they mention Hayato, I would be like, literally who? I literally never heard that name before. What? It's weird that people get tilted about the name. Yeah. It's like, whatever, dude. I didn't know they changed so much. Well, they changed basically every character. That's what I knew. I just like, I don't know every single character's name in Japanese.
Ryo to Zayn, Darkness to Night Shroud, Fubuki to Atticus, Kronos to Crowler, Manjome to Chaz, Sayu to Sartorius, Daitokuji to Lyman, Samajima to Shepard, Kenzin to Hasselberry, Edo to Aster, Ray to Blair, Johan to Jesse, O'Brien to Axel, Amon to Adrian. I think that's most of them. I know for a fact there's a few I missed, but yeah, when you've seen both versions of GX, all those name changes can certainly be overwhelming. In episode...
That's so weird. Real cheese. I'm so... Why change Brian? Yeah, Johan and Jesse too, right? Like, dude, who knows what they were cooking, right? They were meant to be foreigners. Like, why did they give Jesse or Johan like a southern accent? I thought he was meant to be European or something. I don't know.
Episode 27, Judai and his friends are teleported to a weird alternate dimension where Judai duels against the Gravekeeper's chief in a life or death battle.
Yeah?
In the original version, Judai would be turned into a mummy if he lost, but the English dub changes this to him and his friends being buried alive if he loses.
Well, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's pretty much the same thing.
Kind of counterproductive because, let's be honest, the dub does try to make things more child-friendly and take away hints of darkness and death, but in this instance, I actually think that being buried alive is a lot more inhumane and messed up than being turned into a mummy. Maybe that's just me personally, but I think this is one of the only instances where the dub actually did something darker than in the original. If you have seen my 50 Things Changed in Duel Monsters video, you'll know that from time to time the dub changes the cards in characters' hands to get rid of the Japanese kanji, since the show is intended for non-Japanese speaking audiences after all. Well, we know that sometimes this leads to massive blunders, like Arcana having Obelisk and Slifer in his deck during his duel with Yugi. Well, GX was unfortunately not saved by this. In episode 77, a duelist by the name of T-Bone seems...
What does T-Bone have?
To have a piece of Exodia the Forbidden One.
Oh yeah, there it is.
to the right in his hand. So I guess Yugi and Amon weren't the only ones who could control Exodio's power. Obviously, Exodia was not present in the original version. But maybe the biggest card-changing mistake in Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub history is the next one. In episode 115, Johan, or Jesse in the dub, recalls a time when he helped a young boy who got mugged. And guess what cards are lying on the ground?
No, this has to be a joke, dude. This has to be a joke. What the hell is that? That's right. Oh my god, there is two of them. There is two of them, dude. What the hell is this? Dude, oh my god.
Ground next to him. If you haven't seen it yet, unexplainably, 2 copies of the Winged Dragon of Ra. This has to be the biggest card replacement mistake ever, mainly because there is only 1 copy of each Egyptian god card in existence. It would have made more sense if it was Ra and Obelisk, and that still wouldn't have made any sense.
What do you mean those are 60 you are dust? That's 20.
I don't even know what to say about this, just that the editors or whoever was responsible for editing this scene are hopefully no longer with 4K.
They just had like 4 cards in the image folder for background edits. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Just like how the motivations of Pegasus and Marek were changed by the dub, the villains in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX were unfortunately subject to the same treatment. One of the biggest antagonists in the entire series was known as the Light of Destruction. The Light was responsible for many of the things that went wrong throughout the show, and the main goal of this spatial entity was different depending on which version you look at.
Wait, did he want to brainwash everyone on Earth?
The original, the Light wants to destroy all life on Earth.
Oh.
However, the English dub changed this to brainwashing all life on Earth instead.
But why? A pet peeve of mine. Why so many antagonists just want to destroy life? Like, what do you get out of that? Why? Isn't that kind of like brainwashing everyone makes more sense to me? Hey, he got them from a rare hunter. Oh yeah, those were fakes, yeah.
So that the planet would worship the light, which when you think about it, doesn't really make much sense since
Really?
the light itself, from what we know, seems to be an entity and not an actual person. But yeah, 2 completely different motivations for one of GX's most notable antagonists.
It's not like pluribus? Spoilers?
Let's stay on topic with the Light of Destruction for this next one. You might all remember one of the big plot points from Season 2 was Sayu attempting to gain access to the satellite so that he could, well, once again, the end of that sentence is different based on which version you watched. In the original, you guessed it, the satellite would erase all life on Earth.
Oh!
Whereas in the English dub, the
makes more
satellite was
sense.
basically a massive mind-controlling device and was capable of brainwashing the entire planet. Extinguishing mankind versus brainwashing mankind. Those are basically the 2 extremes and the 2 massive differences in terms of the Light of Destruction's intentions. In episode 3...
Okay, that makes more sense. Now that seems more... I mean, for the satellite, I guess it makes sense.
There is a short scene where Asuka or Alexis in the dub...
Oh yeah, they were... Dude, this censorship makes it... To me, this makes it look way weirder. This makes it look way weirder than anything else. Because this censorship looks so ass. Like, it's so poorly made.
And her 2 friends are in a hot tub a few minutes before her duel against Judai takes place. In the original, none of these girls have bathing suits on, but this was obviously censored in the dub, which placed all 3 of the girls in blue bathing suits, which is fine, except for the fact that the next scene we see these girls in, it's extremely apparent that they don't have the same bathing suit on than they did in the previous scene.
So they weren't even consistent with it. What am I supposed to get from this? That they were wearing swimsuits, then they saw Cyrus or Shaw or whatever, and they take off their swimsuits and got towels, and then they went outside? What is this? What the hell?
Unless they took their bathing suit off to dry afterwards, which I don't think any person does. So I take more issue with this continuity error here than anything else. Just like the Shadow Realm was a made-up concept in the place of death in the original...
Yeah, at least be consistent with it, right? It's like, it only doesn't only like look like really like bad, it also is inconsistent. So silly.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The term "sent to the stars," which we hear about throughout Season 3, is basically GX's own Shadow Realm. In the original, if you lose a duel in the spirit world, you die, while in the dub,
You go to the stars.
you are, as previously stated, sent to the stars. Not sure why dubbed Yu-Gi-Oh! Has such an issue with just saying death, but I digress. Funny enough, the Shadow Realm is actually mentioned fairly early in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX dub when Judai duels Titan.
Yeah,
Titan
what happened
invokes
there?
a fake shadow game or Yami no game at the start of the duel. However, this quickly turns into an actual shadow game due to Darkness's presence being so strong in the abandoned dorm. Titan gets dragged into the darkness after he loses, which the dub states is the Shadow Realm. He gets a second chance at life when Kagimaru revives him as a Shadow Rider, but loses to Asuka, and once again gets dragged into darkness, or the Shadow Realm, if you're watching the English dub. Judai's
Darkness? Okay.
famous catchphrase was changed in the dub, as almost all of the catchphrases are from subbed to dubbed Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, that's right, the heart of the cards is not actually a thing in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series.
No. No. What? What? Did I hear that right?
Judai's famous catchphrase was changed in the dub, as almost all of the catchphrases are from subbed to dubbed Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, that's right, the heart of the cards is not actually a thing in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. In the original GX, Judai would always point at his opponent after a duel and say gotcha. This was changed to get your game on, and more notably, that's game instead of the original gotcha. Camula's
What? What? I can't, dude. I can't. What the hell is this? There's no way. Don't just skip over that, dude. What? My whole life is a lie.
His death in episode 33 was pretty censored in the English dub. In both versions, this white hand comes out of a portal behind her after she loses the duel. However, only in the Japanese version does the hand put itself around her neck and visibly drag her living soul out of her and into the portal. Her body then dissolves, with everyone watching on clearly shaken by this incident. In the dub, right after we see the hand, we just see her body for a split second get put into the portal, and then her body pixelates into the sky, with Judai immediately commenting about Zane's doll, all while not showing any signs of being creeped out by the incident. Professor Banner, or Amnel, the final Shadow Rider, had different origin stories between the original and the English dub. In both
Oh no. Oh no, where is this going now? Where is this going now? I'm so scary, dude.
Versions, he discovered the tablets with the sacred beast engravings. This is where things changed a bit. In the original, this trip exhausted his body and he came down with an incurable disease. The dub changed this to the tablet itself being cursed, which caused him to get ill. His end goals are a bit more selfish in the dub as well, seeing how in the subbed version, he wants to be able to obtain the power to let someone control the sacred beast before he dies, whereas in the dub, he is trying to extend his own life. Honestly, this is one of those situations where I'm not sure why the dub felt the need to change anything, especially about him getting sick and becoming ill, since no matter what, that was the end result anyway. While GX certainly doesn't have as many deleted scenes as the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, it does have a couple that we can look at. One of them happens to be towards the end of episode 105, when Manjome, or Chaz in the dub, is about to take a bath in his dorm. He opens the door, and Ray, or Blair in the dub, happens—
Bro, what is this build, dude? What? What? I need to comment on this. What the hell is this body? What the hell is this body? What is this anatomy, dude? What? Huh. Just needs a burger? No, I don't think this is a being skinny thing. I feel like this is just, I don't know. Manjome isn't fit. Look at the arms and the pecs, or whatever it's called, compared to the waist. Like, what? It makes no sense. Just is built like a One Piece woman. You're so right. You're so right. This looks like a One Piece anatomy, dude. Yeah, that's so funny. They look like a T2, literally. The perfect hourglass body, but on Chaz. Dude, what the hell?
to be already occupying the hot springs. She throws a flower pot at him and tells him to get out. This humorous scene is completely removed from the English dub. We have another deleted scene in episode 20. This scene is honestly, I can't help but laugh when talking about it. Judai asks Rei, who at this point everyone believes is a boy, but really Rei is a girl, if she wants to take a bath with him and his friends.
What? Why is this a thing? What is this? Washing each other's backs naked brings us guys closer? Jaden? Excuse me? Must be a cultural difference or something. Common for Japan? I guess it must be a cultural difference. I guess it makes sense to delete this because this makes absolutely no sense for the Western audience. At least to me, I will like instantly assume like, oh, okay, Jaden is gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like, I understand why 4Kids will think that is, you know. This joke is like every shonen. Yeah. This is such a persona thing to do. Yeah, that's crazy.
Even stating that washing each other's naked backs is a great way to bond with each other. Please don't ask. GX was weird, man. So then they show us a scene of Judai, Hayato, and Sho washing each other's backs. When they reverse to switch whose back they are washing, unexplainably, Judai is washing a bear's back while that bear is washing a seal's back. I have no idea.
What?
This honestly is one of the weirdest sequences in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And as you could guess, there is no sign of these truly bizarre...
Wait. What is this? He's short and cute, but it's like he's a girl? I can't take this, chat. I can't. What is this? Well, I feel like I watch a completely different series. I feel like I watch a completely different series, dude. What the hell? Oh my god.
Or scenes and exchanges anywhere in the English dub. Here is another example of unnecessary edits. For some reason, the word Joker is removed from the Joker playing card during episode 17. This occurred quite a bit in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, where symbol English was changed or removed in the dub for whatever reason. Not sure the reasoning behind it, but unfortunately, it occurred throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX dub as well.
Anyone, any theories on why the word Joker, which is, you know, common for these cards, will be erased? Like, I don't know. Like, why don't delete the 4 too then? I don't know. Seems standard for GX, I guess. No clue. Yeah, what is this? What is wrong with Joker? Easy, it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, so no English word. It's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, so no English word. English is a scary language. In the dub? In the dub? Oh my god. Oh, well, dude, whatever. If anyone has a theory, please let me know in the comments because I'm really curious about this.
Ah, you Bell. You knew I'd be mentioning her in this video. Or him. Well,
her? Yeah, the outfit change. To be fair, this looked like gayer somehow. Maybe it had to do with superstitions with the Joker card during Satanic Panic. Wait, really? That was a thing? Because who wants to watch someone play blackjack? Especially in the dub, my wife. Yu-Gi-Oh players can rate, so might as well get rid of all the words. Okay, you might be cooking there. Interesting. Compare with DC. DC doesn't own the word Joker, dude. I mean, no, I don't think so. I really doubt that will be the case.
I guess that's dependent on the version you watched. As you can see on screen, Yubel's design is pretty drastically different in the English dub as compared to its original design. Not only was she much more covered up in the dub, but it was pretty easy to tell that she was supposed to portray a female character. Her voice was feminine and easily distinguishable as a female voice as well. However, in the original version, it's much tougher to tell this. On the left side of her chest, it looks like she has a breast, but on the right side, it looks like she has no breast at all. Whether you consider Yubel a female or male or neither is kind of up for debate in the original version, as Yubel's voice changes from male to female throughout the version. Moreover, Yubel was referred to as a male and a female multiple times throughout the original GX. The dub sought to remove any signs of this dual gender identity, thus, Yubel is undebatably female in the English dub.
Interesting. I feel like it would be... Yeah, I guess I default to calling Yubel her because of the dub, but I guess the most... what's the word? The most fitting will be they, them. Yeah. I guess that would be the most fitting. It's just like I'm too used to the dub. Yeah.
Usually the dub adds unnecessary references, cough, Jesse Wheeler, cough, but on this instance they actually removed a reference to Yugimoto for some reason.
What?
In episode 28, Judai at one point states that he admires Yugi and how he was able to win countless shadow games in the past. The dub changes this dialogue to exclude any reference of Yugi.
Why?
For whatever reason. For all the countless times the dub has tried to make any small references to any of the past shows, and then the one time they actually make a reference in the Japanese version, they decide to stray away from it. No comment.
Yeah, why did they do that? They have references. Like this one part when Cyrus says like, "Oh yeah, I know my Yugioh" or whatever. I don't know why he said that. He says like, "Oh yeah, I know my Yugioh" when he needed to say dual monsters or whatever. I don't know why he said Yugioh.
Mr. Phoenix, Edo or Aster in the dub's father.
Oh yeah, the dad.
The fate of Edo's dad lies solely on which variation of GX you are referring to. In the original, Edo's father was killed by the D, who was under the possession of the Light of Destruction. The D broke into Edo's house to steal his dad's cards and killed him in the struggle. There's even a flashback scene of young...
Dude, when I saw the censored version of this, I remember watching this and seeing like there's nothing there, right? This like Aster or L or whatever he's looking at the empty floor here, and I saw this and I instantly laughed because I instantly knew that it was censored. Like I didn't have to check, I didn't know about this, right? But I just knew it was censored because it's absurd.
Edo seeing his dad's dead body lying on the ground next to all of his cards. Of course, this was completely altered in the dub. Instead, his dad was taken or kidnapped and Edo was actively searching for him. When the D admitted to Edo that he killed his father, it was changed in the dub to kidnapped his father. This is one of the more well-known changes in the English dub, and in my opinion, it took away a lot of intensity and drama, while Edo and the viewer were actively trying to figure out who was responsible for his father's death. A big...
Well, there. I guess he's not gonna show it. If you can, look it up because he's just looking at the empty floor. It looks so silly.
Faux pas of the GX dub, in my opinion. During episode 31, when Kronos or Crowler in the dub duels Camula, Asuka has a pretty big difference in attitude towards her professor and his dueling ability. I'm trying my best not to insert my own opinion too much in these kinds of videos, but personally, this is another thing that I strongly resent about the dub, when they change characters' personalities and traits. Let's look at how Asuka felt about this life or death duel in the original. She talks about how she's concerned for Kronos and doesn't want him to get hurt, or anyone to get hurt through dueling for that matter. A nice, heartfelt, compassionate statement.
I feel like that's basic human decency. I feel like that's basic human decency. I don't think it... I don't know.
How did the dub handle it? Well, in the dub, she says Crowler will most likely lose and calls him a terrible duelist. You see... What?
Excuse me?
How different that is? The dub does this a lot, but this was one that annoyed me particularly because they completely changed a character's personality and ideals for what? Comedy? Just a really dumb edit, honestly, as most of the script changes are. In episode 40, the dub mistakenly showed elemental hero Clayman as an effect monster, even though it is obviously not an effect monster. When Judai and his friends visit Domino City in episode 75, there are a bit of different stories on where Yugi has gone, as told by Solomon Moto. In the original, he tells Judai that Yugi has gone on another adventure, while in the dub, he states that Yugi left to pick up groceries about 3 years ago and never returned. Furthermore, in the
dub... Why? I remember that, dude. I remember that. Well, it's when you put it like that, it sounds like really dumb, right? It sounds like really silly. I just assumed that he was saying like, oh, he actually went to not to an adventure, right? But basically, I don't know. Well, maybe I'm trying to defend it, but it's so funny. It's so funny, dude. I love this, dude. That was very funny.
While Hasselberry was reading a guidebook, he incorrectly read that Pegasus chained Yugi and Joey to appear and forced them to duel, while Cyrus quickly corrected him. This dialogue was not present at all in the original version. In episode 154, we learn a lot more about the past relationship between Yubel and Judai. We also see Yubel's goals change a bit in the middle of her duel with Judai. In the middle of the duel, she concludes Judai will never love her, so she plans to merge the 12 dimensions together to destroy them and wipe out everyone and everything.
Oh, wow.
Whereas in the dub, there is no mention of Yubel wanting to destroy all of mankind, and she still wants to unite all the dimensions so that her and Judai can be together for the rest of eternity. In the original version, Judai does pledge his eternal love to Yubel and tells Yubel that he will love her for all time. However, the English dub removed any traces of love and just had Judai tell Yubel that he will stay at her side no matter what. Dr. Collector is a pretty unimportant character in GX, but his death was pretty much removed from the English dub. He worked with the FBI and worked with the D in duel tournaments. In the original version, it is heavily implied that he burned to death and died in a fire caused by the Ultimate Destiny card. Any traces of his death were completely removed from the dub. We all know by now that Zane's heart was heavily weakened throughout GX thanks to the Cyber Dark Dragon.
Oh no, wait. This was censored? What was censored here? He died. He died. What do you mean? What was censored here?
Cards he obtained in Season 2. During Season 3, he eventually succumbed to a heart attack and died after his duel with Johan, who was being controlled by Yubel. Now, the way the two adaptations went about his heart condition were a bit different. The English dub never outright stated that his heart condition was fatal or that it would eventually lead to his death, whereas the original was...
Really? I thought it was pretty clear.
Much more blunt about it, pretty much telling the viewer that his heart was a time bomb, which would explode at some point very, very soon. Well, guys, that wraps it up. 25 things the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX dub changed or censored.
Well, for a second I thought I was gonna have a huge reveal of that everything was somehow very different. I don't know, to me it was pretty clear.
I hope you enjoyed part 2 of this series, and I cannot wait to talk to all of you about this down below. Also, bonus question if you've gotten this far. Do you think the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX dub was the worst Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub we have seen to date? Why or why not?
Nah, it's the best. It's the best, dude. We got what was the name? Mad Dog or whatever? We got so many funny things. The GX dub is just its own thing, dude. It's just it's so good. I watched this only because of the dub. If it wasn't for the dub, I would have enjoyed this, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would have enjoyed it, but for different reasons. But the English dub for GX is just so good. It's just so funny. I wish they dubbed everything, dang.
Interested to hear your take on that. I'm sure there were other changes I didn't mention, because the dub tends to change 2 to 3 things every episode, but I hope I covered a lot of the major and more interesting ones.
Yeah, Don Saluk is him. He's him. It's good because of the memes, right? The memes is what makes it good. Generation Next. No, but that was a thing, right? Yeah.
Check out my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime content. This. I'll talk to you all down below. Thank you as always so much for watching and for the constant support, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day.
Yeah. Oh my god, that music. Yeah, dude, that was a really cool video. Honestly, really cool, really awesome. There were some that were obvious and others and were more surprising. I didn't know about these scenes that were changed. Thank you so much for the super chat. My mommy says I'm way strong. My mommy says I'm way strong. Yeah, no, that was an amazing dub. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Robin. Really appreciate it. But yeah, let me know. You know what? Let me know in the comments your favorite quotes from the dub, from the GX dub. Let me know your favorites. Dude, for me it's like I don't want to say his name, but it rhymes with Schmaden Schmooky. Listen, Schmaden. I feel like that's one of the best ones. That came out of nowhere for absolutely no reason. It's so good. Let me know your favorite. So yeah, thank you.